Hi! I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to title this video, but I imagine it was pretty gnarly. So hello and welcome. And essentially this video is going to be just kind of explaining exactly what happened and exactly how that will affect kind of both me and the channel moving forward. So last week I was on vacation and I had an accident, to put it lightly. Essentially, me and my family, when we get together, we're kind of like a bunch of big kids, especially me and my sister, my older sister. You would never know that I was 40 and she was 50. Like, we go to, like, say, the trampoline park with the kids for a birthday party, and we're out there doing crazier shit than the kids are doing. It's just kind of how we've always been. We're just really reckless. Anyway, long story short, I was on vacation last week with my family. We were out camping. There was this hill that went down behind our campsite. And down that hill, a little ways, we found a vine. And we're swinging on this vine, having a good old time. And the vine went out over a ravine. Not smart, but either way, I go out over top of this ravine. The vine breaks, and I went down into the ravine. I probably fell about 15 feet and landed on a boulder. And I didn't exactly know what happened, but I knew it was bad. And I knew it was my left ankle that something bad had happened to, even though I couldn't feel anything. I think I was in like legit shock. And then you look down and you realize your foot's not really going in the right direction anymore. And you're like, oh yeah, that's bad. You know, so we got me out of the ravine. We got the 911 called. We got me to the hospital and got everything x-rayed and looked at, and we find out that my ankle is absolutely broken. But not only is it broken, it's kind of shattered. Like, the inside bone of my ankle was broken off clean. So they were able to put that back on with some screws and plates and stuff. The outside of my ankle, that bone, was broken into a lot of little pieces. So anyway, at this point, I'm going to need to have surgery to fix everything that's wrong within my ankle. Now, because the one side was broken off cleanly, they were able to put that back on. Because the other side is in so many small pieces, there is no way that they can fix it at this point in time. So I had to have what is called an external fixator put on my leg to kind of hold it in place until that bone kind of grows enough new material that they can then actually do another surgery to fix the outside of my ankle. Now, I would be more than happy to show you this external fixator on my leg. In pictures, I have plenty of pictures of it. But considering that it's very gnarly looking, and due to the trauma that my leg has been through, I have a lot of what is called fracture blisters, and like it's very gnarly looking. And this video would probably get demonetized and age restricted. I don't know what would happen if I tried to show you actual pictures of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this fancy little like computer rendered animation of exactly what an external fixator is. It is basically this metal contraption that goes on the outside of your leg and screws directly into your bones, the shin bones and your heel bone to be specific. And then it just kind of stretches it out and it puts you in a little bit of traction, and just we're letting that on for minimum 4 weeks. And let me tell you, it feels about as good as it sounds like it would feel. Anyway, like I said, that's going to be on there for about a minimum of 4 weeks, at which point, hopefully it's healed enough that they can go in and do the next surgery and get the rest of my ankle put back together and get this shit out of my leg, because it is not a fun experience. So anyway, what does this mean for the channel? And if I'm being quite honest, I imagine that the content will slow down a little bit, even though technically, I have all the free time in the world now, you know, because ultimately I'm basically right over here sitting on my bed doing absolutely nothing. But I don't know what I'll feel like doing. I haven't felt like doing a lot in this past week since the accident. Although on the flip side of that, maybe this will be the one thing to keep my mind busy and keep me from going insane. And on the flip side of that, maybe I just won't have it in me to do a bunch of content. I don't know. Time's really gonna have to tell. I will obviously, I would imagine, continue to do some content here and there. Obviously, the background will change. Now we're upstairs in my bedroom. I can't make it down the stairs, obviously, to my studio to film in the studio. So for the next at least 4, maybe 6 weeks, we'll just have to sit here in the bedroom and, you know, do the best we can with what we have. You know, I did have my son bring up as much equipment as I wanted cluttering up my room. You know, bring me a light and a camera and maybe something to throw in the background so it doesn't look so flat. You know, what do you do? I haven't even been really reading that much since I've been laid up over here. Like, just focusing isn't quite as easy as you would think it would be. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I did, in all fairness, I did read, if you watched my last video of book series I want to read or something like that, I did actually pick up The Grace of Kings, which is the first book in the Dandelion Dynasty, and I was able to read through it between my vacation and the recovering after vacation, and it's absolutely fabulous, so there's that. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, just so nobody was like completely jarred when the channel kind of takes a hard shift into whatever it's going to look like for the next few weeks. Anyway, I just really wanted to say an extra thank you to everybody for even watching. I really do love all of you. And as always, the link for my Patreon's in the description below. The link for my Discord's in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.